Wah 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 wah. I know there's an incoming ad break. Alright, normally I wait till the ad break's over to start, but I'm tired. I, like I said, so we're gonna play about 30 minutes of Slay the Spire. I have food cooking. I just got home from work. How is everyone doing? And as always, introductions. My name is Ruin, and I am the Archsage of Arcanum Exodius. Welcome. Now this is not a bait and switch. I didn't say dinos and then no. Like I got the book right here. Just it's hard for me to read and eat at the same time, and I'm really hungry. Like lightheaded levels of hungry. Lightheaded levels of hungry. So we gotta take care of that. Let's get some music in the background. I've been digging some piano. I've been digging some piano. I think it's a good vibe. Beautiful. Who do we have in yet? Who do we have? Okay, okay. And then let me send a tweet out. Is this playing? Are we playing? Of course we're not playing. Hoink. Doo-doo-doo. There we go. Boop. Boop. Hello, Sahara. You want to say hi? Girl, how you doing? How you doing, sweetie? Let's see. Put that right about there. Yep, that looks good. That looks good. And we're gonna play some Slay the Spire. I'm almost done with this game. I've almost collected everything. While I'm waiting, hello girl, it's good to see you. My Husko Sahara is here. She just wants to say hi and is sitting right next to me. Hello, hello. Hmm. 1 second, please. Apologies about that. At least the music's really pretty. It really is. So yeah, we're gonna play a little Slay the Spire. Right now I'm waiting for my food to finish. Came home, put it in the microwave. Should be done here really soon. Really soon. Then I'll go grab it. Um, but I promise you by midnight my time, we're gonna start off with some Dino. Alright, but for now, we're just gonna enjoy some gaming ASMR. It's been a while since we've done this together, hasn't it? Anyways, ad break's almost over. Speaking of doggos, we're gonna Bandit, my older boy, he's 11. He's gonna be going in and getting seen by the vet. He's been having some problems holding his bladder at night. we think, because he keeps waking me up in the middle of the night, like 4 or 5 times to go out. So we're gonna see what's going on with that. He's otherwise healthy and all that stuff. Just I'm a little concerned. I'll keep you guys updated. Wow. Wow. That is. Thank you, Twitter. That was exactly what I wanted to see. Exactly. I'm pretty sure if I showed that picture, it would violate TOS in like 10 seconds flat. That's okay. But tonight is going to be as a say-so night. Let me go. Shunk. There we go. You've got to be kidding. Right? 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 Okay. Alrighties. So let's enjoy the tunes. I'm gonna go check on my food in like 5 minutes, make sure it's ready. But for now, we can do a little Slay the Spire, okay? Okay, I promise you though, I absolutely promise you, I have this big book of dinosaurs here that we will be reading. I owe it to you guys. So how's everyone doing? I had a very peaceful night, thankfully. I'm actually really thankful that I had a peaceful night. Officially put my resignation in for my job, so like, that's gonna be interesting. It's in my boss's mailbox because they weren't there. But, you guys ever done something like that? Where it's like, I mean, this is the second time I've done it, but it's still, it doesn't feel good. I don't know how else to put it. Like, I've always been raised that you have to have a job, have to have a job, and it's like, I just want to spend my last year in law school. And what happens next? Happens next. Do 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 do. Hoink, hoink. Um, there is a solution to this puzzle. I can see it. Okay. Hoink, hoink, and there. Use that emergency button right there. But yeah, so that's what's sitting in my boss's mailbox for when they're Monday, and August 1st will be my last day, and I don't know what happens next after that. But it's okay not to know what happens next. It really is. Um, we focus so much on like always wanting to know, and sometimes maybe it's just this music. This music is kind of appropriate for this conversation. Sometimes it's better to just not know. Hmm. Sometimes it's better to just not know. Hmm. Hmm. But yeah, I also kind of like this as a vibe for the library. So like, I know the next couple of official music pieces. Actually, I'll reach out to. That reminds me. I'm actually gonna give you guys. I rarely do this, but I'll give you guys a little preview here. Let me double check. So you guys gonna get a little preview of like what the ASMR because I'm getting custom music done, okay? And this is my first time listening to this too. My goodness. Oh my. So yeah, this is exactly what I would want. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. So here's your little sneak preview. Like I said, I know we're going to be doing the Chibi debut, and I'm reaching out and getting some things ready and all of this. And it's so exciting. Man, let's see. I don't think we have enough to actually do harm, but we do have enough to keep going for a little bit. By that, we can always just keep netting positive for right now. Uh, So, because we can just keep netting positive like this, right now at least, um, can we just keep going? Are we infinite? Oh, well, there's enough. Oh my goodness. That was beautiful. That was absolutely gorgeous. Alright, back to this. Hmm. So, yep, okay, I'm gonna go check on my food. I'll be right back, okay, guys? Enjoy the tunes while I'm gone. Alright, you guys might hear me nomming on some food here. It's okay. And I might not be as talkative because it's hard to talk and eat at the same time. It really is. Hmm. curse here. Trying to look ahead. Nah, YOLO. Let's go. Woof. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Nom 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 nom. I'm eating potatoes, by the way, if you're wondering. I think I've talked about this when I'm doing a potato cleanse. What it does is it readjusts your palate. So that when you go to eat a salad, it'll be like the best fucking salad you've ever had. Let's see. What did we get? Okay, so we're gonna enter Wrath then to start. Just to get this. No! Screw you. Yeah, we gotta get rid of that. That's evil. That is evil. Ugh. Stupid curse. Rasa frasa. I can't get rid of it. I can't get rid of. Oh, I can't discard my hand. Oh gods. That's a problem. That absolutely nerfs my build. Wow. Wow. Okay. I don't think. Yeah. We're gonna have to treat this a lot more seriously than what I'd really, really like. But that's okay. I've played 2 cards. Can I? We'll do that just to get rid of something. But like. This is gonna be a lot tougher than what I'd want it to be. I don't think I have any other. Oh gods, this is not good. That curse single-handedly nerfed the build. We need a way to get rid of it. Do we have any form of defense? That's fine. We just need to live through this hit that's coming. I don't think we can win, actually. Okay. Okay. Sorry, like... Oh, also omnoms. I don't have a solution. Like, when your whole build is built on going infinite, as much as possible. Yeah, okay. Oh gods. Okay. We don't have any debuffs. I would love love to apply debuffs to them. Drink, drink. There we go. I don't know when I'm gonna draw that. So like, we can't do the Rushdown thing right away. Okay. So first we're gonna use this to gain 2. Bin that into the graveyard, right meows. Right meows. Okay. It's okay. We're okay. Retain, retain. Alright. There we go. That scry saved us. But we basically have to kill him before we have to draw again. Before we shuffle again. And it's not gonna be easy. It's definitely possible. Definitely possible. But not easy. Okay. Tranquility. Into Tantrum. We can do this. We can do this. Consecrate. Oh shit, he's intangible. He's intangible. That's what we call a problem. He's doing 24, 36 points of damage. And then I got 14. Okay, now he's only doing 18. Okay, so we can actually hazard this. So it's gonna kind of boil down to draws. I don't like that. I'm in danger. Oh gods. Oh gods. Okay. So yeah. So like, right now, intangible. And I don't have any way of exhausting. Like, if I could exhaust this out of my hand or something, I apologize, but like, I'm just trying to figure this out. Oh, and this potato tastes so good. Potato. Okay. Yeah. Do we? He's at 72. But they're intangible right now. So. Okay. Okay. So like, We're super close to being able to. Why are we so weak right now? 18. What's the most damage? Alright. Okay. Okay. That's so shitty. What a waste. And the rest is all defense. The rest is all defense. Okay. Gotta exit it. 1. We just gotta live. 2. 23. That adds up to 47. So we live by like that much. But like I don't I don't know what to tell you guys, I don't know what to tell you, Pages. I really don't. Like this is woof. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh. Oh. That literally saved this run. That just saved this run. Potato. Okay. So, hoink. Let's get that out of the hand. Not sure if that did less damage or more damage. Huh. I'm looking at this going, okay, so we can rush down Tantrum. But I don't... So rush down into Ye Tantrum. Flurry of blows. What the... And we don't have... Yay, okay. Whew. That, that bought us time. Sometimes attacking is the answer. Okay. Um, so if we Tantrum to draw 4. Oh my goodness. Wow, okay. So like in order to actually get rid of that, we have to draw it. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Alright. which case, I really have two options here. Alright, so we can push through it. So we want to be careful about what we draw. We want to do enough damage. Okay, so flurry of blows, tantrum, flurry, empty fist, flurry, devotion. Hmm. Hmm. We have to end in calm. So, with that stated, tantrum, flurry. Like water? I don't think there's... Wow. Vigilance, flurry, defend, math. Math. 27 is less than 38, but I thought I did. Let me double check something. So there is an X amount that we need to draw every turn. It is solvable. Oh, hello, sorry, Sahara. I didn't see you there, girl. She's fine, by the way. Just, she was sleeping and I bumped her awake. So, rush down, tantrum, flurry, empty fist, flurry worries, and then I'm trying to figure out what's giving us health every turn. Oh, gotcha. Because they give us a curse temporarily, our health goes up. Okay. So before we do anything, I weirdly think it's actually rush down. Yeah, because we actually want to draw it this turn. And not only do we want to draw it, we want to have it be our third card that we play. Bye-byes! We're off. No more limits. Sweet. The limits are gone. Alrighties. Okay. There we go. You will not escape this. Flurry. Consecrate. careful. Got to be careful. It's gonna get us 2 more. Flurry, flurry. Inner piece. Flurry, flurry, flurry. Empty body. Flurry, flurry, flurry. You gotta give me credit for trying at least. 18, 27. So we're at 26. And if you only have 27 coming through, right? Because like 18 plus 9, yep. Okay. Then we can actually wink, do that. Now to end them. Up. Wink, 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 wink. Done. Woo! Whew! Nope. Not entering another boss fight. Yeah, let's rest up. Hopefully that lets us remove a curse. Wait, that was a permanent curse that they put in there? Oh my goodness. I didn't know that they could do that in normal. Wow. Neat. Let's see if we could possibly... Well, we don't really need to cast that right now, so we can just weather turn. Okay. So we'll consecrate. Just to get into that. An eruption. Flurry, flurry. Rush down. Then vigilance. Flurry, flurry. Tantrum. Flurry, flurry. Flurry. See, it's easy peasy. Easy as 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3. Neat. Okay. Then home. Flurry, flurry, flurry. Flurry, flurry, we're only going to take 12? Okay, that's acceptable. Mm-hmm. Flurry, a flurry. Like water? Uh, hmm. Hmm. Either or, really. Yeah, we're so close to going infinite in like right combination. I think if we had a couple of shufflers, we'd be good. Bye byes. Hmm? That might be a necessity. Let's hope not, but receive 2 madness. Ugh. We'll rest. Because it's going to be final boss time. And I'm sorry, I know we're a little over on the time. I'm almost done eating. That actually was a mistake on my half. That's okay. Accidents happen. Uh-huh. Okay. Hopefully we can draw into one of the curses right now. Mmm. There we go. Okay. I'm om-nomming faster. There we go. Let's see. Wink. Wink. Whoopapa. Sorry, I'm focusing more on eating now because I do want to read dinos to you guys. This is going on too long. Do we have any flurries? We have a singular flurry. Okay. Okay. Boops. Boops. $16.32. That's quite a bit. We'll live through it though. Alright. Oh god, the starch is catching up with me. It's becoming harder. Gonna have a starch attack. Okay. Let's enter call. Calm for the starch. Actually, we should be able to finish this right here. Okay, because if we... Eruption... Flurry... Cut through fate... Yeah, we can grab that consecrate. That's fine. And now we've approached their second form. Okay. I think I'm done with potatoes for now. My stomach's like, no more. I'm gonna listen to it. As hungry as I was. We have 2 left. So, after that... Because... Save that as the emergency. Wink. Wink. Don't need to do that. Yeah, I think we're infinite at this point. I really do think we're infinite. Because it's like, okay. because by alternating between wrath and calm, we're just constantly gaining to the point where, like, to keep going, all we gotta do if we're not infinite, we're really close. Yeah, if we replace that with a single, yeah, okay. But they got 42 incoming. Okay. Flurry and eruption. Flurry, flurry, tantrum for the end. Yeah, I foobarred last. I had the stuff to go on, but that's okay. Alright, that was Slay the Spire. I'm going to switch over to the hand cam here in a second. Let me clean off the desk a little bit. This music's too pretty not to read to. I was going to switch. I had some Jurassic Park sounds, like Jurassic Park ASMR, that I was going to switch to. But I honestly think this is probably the better. So, let's see. Wink. Let's get this. Get this. Camera. Oh, Ghost. Welcome in, Ghost. Thank you for the follow. Grab a book, grab a blankie, make yourself comfy. Welcome to the library. And I'm getting ready. We're switching over to the hand cam. I had some dinner. And now so let's see. Doo-doo-doo. 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 Getting everything in position. This is a really big book, so sometimes it can be really hard for me to like get everything you guys need to see in one go. But that's okay. Picking which one to read. See? pulled this out last time. So I'm going to be reading you facts from this old 90s dinosaur book. That's very beautifully illustrated. This is all hand drawn, by the way. Okay. So, dinosaur world. Let's see. Where did they go? Dinosaurs and people. What time is it? It's 12:21. Okay. Social organization. I'm seeing what chapter to read. You know, I'm feeling frisky. We'll do dinosaurs and people. 88. At least try to get halfway through. My goal is the whole chapter. Like I said, it's very, like these are all hand drawn. Alright, which is absolutely mind boggling to think about. Because you look at the textures behind these. And I wish I knew who the artists were, but like they're pretty. Normally they can, and so like I know some of you are going like, well, Rune, how do you know that these are hand drawn? And this book was published 93, 95. Um, let's do a quick Google search. So keep in mind, well, computer animation did exist back then. Okay, so just to give you an idea, um, computer prices for a computer that is about as strong at the absolute best computer that you could get would be about as strong as your average smartphone back in the 90s. Okay, so keep that in mind. Um, would range from $730 to $3,500, as you guys can see here. It didn't answer. Ooh. So computer aided design is probably a good way to like actually think about. Okay, so even own in the 90s, the PC was finally capable of doing computer aided design. That's mostly for like architectural stuff, um, designing models in 3D and stuff, but you could still use it for like drawing. So let's take it to that extent that they were using computer aided design software to make drawings. Okay, um, to even have one of those computers was $3,000 to $6,000. For a computer that its absolute strongest, it was about as strong as your smartphone. That's the cost for the computer. Then you have to pay for the knowledge of someone to know how to do it, and then you have to pay for the time for someone to do it. So the amount of money and effort that it would take to illustrate this entire book with computer drawings at this point in time was way less than just hiring artists to do it by hand. And that's how I know. But more to the point, less Archsage shows off reasoning skills. I really think the big takeaway from that, I really think the big takeaway from that, really and truly, is that you can reason your way fairly reliably if you just kind of pace yourself and think about things. Doesn't mean that your reasoning is always going to be right, but it does mean that using your brain can be fun and you can learn things. I know. I know. I know. It's okay. Well, we landed on social organizations, but that's not the chapter I promised. Like, look at this painting. That has to be a painting. It's so pretty. Dinosaurs and people. So I will try to get everything included in the shot, but no promises. It's very difficult just because I have a very small desk, and this is a very big book. The first dinosaur was named over 150 years ago. The subsequent history of dinosaur discovery. Let's actually, because we're getting to the reading, I'm going to tune that down a little and turn myself up. There you guys go. The subsequent history of dinosaur discovery has featured extraordinary people, unexpected finds, and heroic achievement. Above all, it is the story of how scientists have struggled to interpret scraps of evidence dug from the ground to understand the most amazing animals to ever live on Earth. There were no human beings on Earth during the dinosaur era. Despite what you see at the cinema, the last dinosaur had been dead for at least 65 million years before the first Homo sapiens appeared on the scene. Yet in the short century and a half since dinosaurs were first discovered, or perhaps we should say, recognized, some people have been discovering their fossilized remains for hundreds of years without knowing what they were. Dinosaurs have fascinated scientists and the general public. Why? What's the attraction? Why are you, for example, reading this book? One second. To answer these questions, we first need to trace the steps by which dinosaurs came to be recognized, and how each step transformed people's understanding of the prehistoric world. Dinosaur fossils have been weathering out the rocks for millions of years. In ancient China, they're thought to be the bones of dragons, and were prized for their magic and medicinal powers. In fact, the very first description of dinosaur fossil find comes from a book by Chinese scholar Shang Qiu, writing around Shang Shu, I believe. I don't know. Writing around AD 300, where he tells of the discovery of dragon bones at Wuxing, that is now the Sichuan province. There are also records of American Indians discovering the bones of giant buffalo, which were thought to be the Braves' good luck, thought to give the Braves good luck during the hunt. Those too were probably dinosaur fossils. In England, there are a number of old books and museum collections that contain pictures, descriptions, and specimens of what we now know to be dinosaur fossils. Most famous is the description by Robert Plot at the end of the gigantic thigh bone from Oxfordshire, which was thought to belong to an elephant brought to England by the Romans, and later to be part of a giant human. Mm. His picture of the specimen strongly suggests that it was, in fact, from the medium dinosaur Megalosaurus. The 1820s fossils found in the Connecticut Valley, USA were described as human remains. They actually belonged to an early dinosaur, Ankylosaurus. Between 1802 and 1860, literally thousands of dinosaur trackway fossils were collected in the same area. Scrotum? Are you... what? No. 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 I can't, like, you guys can see that, right? Like, let me, because I don't want to mess with the camera. Excuse me. It's not in focus. Does that say scrotum humanum? That's crazy. A giant human? Described by Robert Plot in 1676, belonging to a giant human. This is the knee and thigh bone of Megalosaurus. It was later named in 1763 by... Wow. Wow. No, no. I'm reading this note by R. Brooks as Scrotum humanum, the genitals of a giant man. I'm sorry, I promised this would be a say-so stream. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. That's... wow. Anyways, literally thousands of dinosaur trackway fossils were collected in the same area, first by Pliny Moody and later by Professor Edward Hitchcock, under the impression that they were the prints of giant birds. Indeed, Professor Hitchcock had a whole museum built at Amherst College to house his bird footprint collection, and published books describing the prehistoric bird-filled landscape. With such evidence before them, why did scientists fail to recognize these fossils for what they were? Most people in Europe and America at this time accepted the traditional Christian teaching that the world was made by God in 7 days, and that all life started in the Garden of Eden. The 17th century biblical scholar Archbishop Usher had added up the ages of all the different prophets and patriarchs mentioned in the Bible and concluded the creation event took place in 4004 BC. Wow, the idea of extinct species of animals did not fit with these religious convictions. Why would God go to all the trouble of creating creatures and then let them die out? Hard proof had been coming to light that the Earth's rocks were many millions of years older than the biblical date suggested, and that some of these rocks contained the fossil remains of animals. This was controversial enough on its own, but the idea that prehistoric giant reptiles had inhabited the Earth millions of years before man was simply unacceptable. The work of the earliest dinosaur scientists thus not only shows brilliant deduction based on minimal fossil evidence, but also their intellectual courage in proposing extraordinary ideas about Earth's prehistoric history that radically challenge the acceptable thinking of the day. And what's terrifying, I'm not getting political, staying away from politics, okay? What's terrifying, this book was written in the 90s, published in the 90s, probably written in the 80s if we're being honest, because this takes a while to kind of get these things together. Um, there are people who still think like that, for better or for worse, of all religions and all faiths. Not being political, there are still people who think my religion, my ideology, we'll take it out of religion, my ideology is so supreme and so mighty and so above everyone else's that if you do not follow it, you are wrong and committing some, they don't go committing some sort of controversy by not following it. And that's something that people still think today. And I think that's probably the most sanitary way that we can kind of address that. But like that scares me, those sort of things. So that's why I think the pursuit of knowledge is always so important. That's why like when I'm having streams and like kind of doing this stuff with you guys, I always just try to add some extra factoids. Try to like just inject a little knowledge into you. Gideon and Mary Mantell. The first person to recognize that huge reptiles had existed in the remote past was Gideon Mantell. Living in the town of Lewes, England, Mantell was a doctor with many patients in the surrounding countryside. He was also a keen amateur paleontologist and often used his trips from one patient to another to scan the fossil-rich Sussex countryside for specimens. The story is that one day, in the spring of 1822, Dr. Mantell visited a patient with his wife, Mary Ann. While he was in the house, she strolled up and down the road, which was being repaired by workmen. A pile of stone from one of the local quarries had been dumped at the roadside, and among the broken pieces she noticed something shining. She picked up the pieces of rock and saw that they contained some unusual fossil teeth. Mary Ann's mental decision to hold on to the specimens and show them to her husband was one of the most significant events in the whole history of dinosaur study. It's amazing how many discoveries of science are accidental like that. Like, I think the classic one is what? Oh god, I'm trying to think of what the antibiotic. Like we discovered antibiotics, penicillin. That was a total accident. Total accident. That we discovered penicillin, and yet it went on to save many lives. Until a lot of bacteria. Well, we don't use it that much because a lot of bacteria have adapted to it. But That's why we have to be very careful, and that's why there's immunologists and things like that, because we don't want to create superbugs. But yeah, like there is a long history in science of accidental discoveries. It's very fascinating. Highly recommend. Gideon Mantel instantly recognized that these were the most remarkable fossils. He could tell the teeth were from a plant eater because they were blunt and had been worn down on one side by constant chewing. They must come from a very large animal indeed, and looked, he thought, very like the incisor of an elephant or rhinoceros. Rhinoceros? With the help anemone, with the help of the men who had delivered the stone, he tracked the source of the fossils to a quarry in the Tilgate forest. Here the mystery of the teeth deepened, because the age of the rocks in the quarry, about 130 million years, showed the teeth came from the Mesozoic era, the age of reptiles when no large mammals, and certainly no elephants or rhinoceroses, lived on Earth. Was it possible that these teeth belonged to a giant prehistoric reptile, hundreds of times bigger than any other so far discovered? We can imagine Manto wrestling with this extraordinary idea, alone in his study in Lewis. And I'm going to read this up here before I continue, because this paragraph down here is going to take me to the next page. Dragon bones. Left in ancient China, dinosaur bones were thought to be the remains of dead dragons and were ground up for medicine and magic potions. No! I'm knowing because we just started reading Dinofacts. We just started, and my headphones are beeping at me saying they need to be charged. And that's unfortunate. So, unfortunately, I thought I had another 45 minutes. I knew they were kind of low, but I figured I'd had enough to do one stream with them. Um, so, unfortunately, we're going to have to end stream. I'm going to finish this excerpt, but I will also, as a promise, we're going to be doing ASMR tomorrow as well. I'm going to read this book tomorrow. I'll even start from the chapter over again. I'm not entirely certain everything that's going to be going on. I do want to update you guys though, because I know that our 3DO mic broke. All right, that's been shipped off. It's going to get repaired for free. They're going to ship me another one or whatever they do, but it's probably going to be like a 2 to 3 week process because I live in Ohio and the devs keep moving us around everywhere, and it's just hard to get shipping. It has to be shipped all the way over to Washington. So, all right. Um, so I apologize. We're really just starting to get into this. But also you can see, like, I think if and when we read out of this Dino book, it's going to be just the book itself. Okay? So we're going to find someone to raid out to. Because my headphones are angy. Alright, I'm going to start doing my outro right now. I do apologize again. I owe you guys a long reading from that. Until I am hoarse. Okay. I'm a fan. This isn't ASMR, but it's very ASMR adjacent. So one of my favorite creators has been putting together a Gundam. So we're gonna go raid DK. Cool guy. So here is your warning. He's doing a chill stream, not an ASMR stream. Okay. But he's doing Handcam and he's putting together a Gundam. I want to make sure I got this right. Awesome. I did not get it right. Hilarious. Like, I want to make sure I got this right. I did not get it right. Alright, everyone. I'm going to have to do the raid, but thank you all for being here. Thank you as always. It's super appreciated whenever you guys show up. My headphones are beeping at me. I'm not going to be able to get through my entire outro. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Okay? Alright. Thank you. Until next time, stay kind.